Welcome back. Welcome back to Eat Sleep Sixers. And I am BG. I'm here with Jenny. Here with
Cheer the fuck
Carl.
up, man. Come
No.
on.
See, this is the reason I'm upset though. The reason I'm down is because I talked about it with you a little bit before we went live.
hmm
I think I jinxed us. I said the words
Yeah, it was
healthy
BG
too
fault.
much. I said the words healthy way too much in pregame, man.
Blame it on
We're
And
BG.
just we're just absolutely cursed
first,
this season. I mean, it can't be anything else. You can't have this much freaking bad luck, man. Honestly, I waved the white flag. I just waving the white flag. I give up. I give up.
you can't give up. You can't
I
give
get
up.
I give up, dude. I
Listen.
give up.
I'm gonna talk my shit, and I'm gonna be blatantly honest. BG, yeah, I'm gonna go there. And Joel Embiid needs to toughen the fuck up. I understand basketball is a hard sport. I understand people take hard hits. I get it. But every time Joel has taken a hit to the face, he's laying on the floor for 25 minutes. He's out the game. I would like to see the end result of the injury from his face. Is it a broken orbital bone again? It better be, because I wanted to see him right back out in that game. Like, we don't have the luxury to piss off games we should be winning. We just don't. And this was one tonight. This was a team that we should have beat, no doubt about it. And
I was feeling if we could just get to 10 and 15, like get a few more wins without losses, I I would feel a lot better about this team. But yeah, that fizzled out already, so I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I
Joel
don't know,
did
man.
not
Either.
get 33 and a half points. I'm sure Maxi did not get 7.5 assists. I don't know about the bench, but I'm pretty sure they didn't get 29 and a half points.
Horrible
Sounds so. It
performance.
sounds so sad.
Horrible. I
Well,
mean, I mean, you can also point to the coaching in this.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here
You
we
can
go.
also point to the coaching. 4 days off, and your whole team seemed to step behind. 4 days off, and your whole team all game seemed one step behind. That is piss poor preparation. What I saw out there tonight, the team did not look like they was ready to come out there and play the Pacers. And another game where you look on paper and we're obviously better, and we should have won the game. I understand Joel went out. I get all of that. Still had Tyrese and PG in there.
it
It's
looks
a
like
game.
the bench actually did
Oh yeah, the
They
bench
overtime.
had
showed up
to.
because they had. I mean, it was in a
They
game.
had to.
KJ Martin. KJ Martin. I like him. And
Are we
Ricky
AJ
trading them?
Martin and Ricky Council, who I
Ricky
didn't
Council.
even think was going to get any minutes.
Pretty Ricky, what
Um,
they call him.
but Yabusele had a sleeper of a game. Paul
Look,
George really
Milt said
wasn't effective until the fourth quarter.
There's no more excuses. You're out on the court. They need to figure it out. Yeah, and that's my thing. The young rook took a hard hit, just like Embiid, even harder on the floor. Head bounced off the floor 2 times.
That's the
Young boy, right,
second time that's happened to him this season.
but he right back in there, right back in there, and
hey,
it says a
hey,
lot.
hey, RJ got a question for you, Carl. You keep
It's
talking about us being better than all these teams.
not. It's still. Are we better? Oh, he's asking because I said we better. I said on paper, RJ, we should have beaten this team. On paper, you look at their lineup and our lineup. It's no way you say, hey, we're losing about 20 points today. Hey, we're losing about 15 points today. It's no way you saying that. It's no way. So yeah, we should have came out on the plus side of this game. Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is
Uh,
definitely not what I was expected to just get. And as soon as Embiid left the game, man, as soon as the Embiid left the game, we just went downhill, never came back up.
I mean, it could be. Coach had a hell of a game plan that included the big fella.
Of course, because that's all they know how to do.
Right.
Is play through
Right.
Embiid, and it's really starting to tick me off. How can you be so opposite? I mean, how can you play so bad when one guy is out? Like, you gotta fix that shit.
I've never seen nothing like this. Like,
Bro,
I
even
do
the
understand that Joel Embiid is a generational talent, but I've seen KD miss big time. I've seen Steph miss a lot of time. Think of the other greats. LeBron has missed a lot. Like, there's a lot of play. Like, teams don't look this bad. Like, most teams look worse when their best player is out.
Kawhi didn't play all year. And the Clippers not losing like us. Not like us. Is Paul George a role player on this team? Absolutely, he was brought in to be a role player. Absolutely. Can he play that role without other people playing their part? No.
So maybe we should go back to talking about that trade question again.
Let me grab my food.
I will say
I'm pulling a Jose for the rest of this episode.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Is that a cheesesteak? I know there ain't no cheesesteak. I'm about to say, because you ain't getting them down there.
Burger?
I was teasing them.
2 chicken sandwiches. 2 chicken sandwiches.
2 chicken sandwiches? Call them Big Back B.
What's wrong with you, Carl?
I'm back. So
BBL.
Yo, chill. I had a French fry. Y'all trying to kill me. No, but seriously, man, it's so baffling that we are a night and day team because of one player. Like, I mean, but don't get me wrong, we was losing when Embiid was in the game too. So I can't even say they looked so bad without Embiid, because we was losing this game pretty much from the word go.
No, we weren't. We were winning part of the first quarter.
All right, and then Nick Nurse.
What's going on, Carl? He in and out.
I don't know, man. George is scoring like he a fifth option. Isn't it weird, because some days that he has played, he seems to be aggressive. He seems to be attacking. But again, I think he's still trying to find his footing and where does he belong in this rotation and what is he to this team. And as a veteran, I think he's slow walking it instead of taking that assertiveness and saying, look, this is what it's going to be. When the Joe not here, this is what we're going to be. We might need that.
I think it's the part
him to be that.
I think we at that point of the season where he does need to assert his veteran card in the locker room and stand up and, take leadership. I didn't see enough of Embiid to say that he looks slow. I didn't see enough of him tonight. I just didn't.
He didn't look as good as obviously, but even just visibly, he didn't look as good as he did the other day. I can't stop looking at Jen. Looked like she raced.
I know, man.
Because it's crazy.
Chris said to me they're rusted. I said they're corroded. They're like, I mean, come on. We paid this dude max money. I'm talking about PG. Max money. What is he doing? Literally, what is he doing?
J-Love, Jen led with this. She said, I'm just convinced we have to be Kurtz. We have to be. And this is the most alarming thing to me, Ray. We just was off from Sunday to Friday. What happened between Monday and Thursday and this morning as well? Like, this just don't look like a team that was.
But we saw video of
over
them
the break.
Of them working out or
what the hell was this mini? What the hell was this mini training camp about that he was talking about? Yeah, we're gonna have a mini training camp because we're healthy.
We saw video evidence of it, and it didn't
bullshit.
I did. I saw it. I swear.
Well, I mean, Well. Technically, if he promised us a training camp, then technically he prepped for this game like a preseason game. Maybe that's why we came out so flat.
Oh,
We
okay.
think about it.
Okay.
Come on, dog.
It's rolling now, BG.
I be thinking, dog.
He got that thinker up there. I don't know what we would be without BG. I don't know. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. For this team, I think Harden fits better with Maxey and Embiid because he's more of a lead guard. He can set the table and get guys in position. That's where I think he's better at PG on this team. But as far as being a two-way player, oh hell no. Harden is cooked on defense. PG is not. And that's big when it comes into playoff time.
BG, you get the role of GM for a day. What's the first thing you're What's the first thing you're changing?
You've been hired. He thinking about this.
I am, but it's like it's so many ways to attack this roster. I'm getting to the point where I might not trust Nick Nurse no more. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would initially let him know he has like a month window to figure this out. Tell me what he thinks we need, and then maybe I'll make a trade. If I had to trade for anything, I don't know who's available, but I would look for a taller point guard. Someone who can be on the floor with Maxey, but also can defend the other team's two guard because Maxey just can't.
If anybody says 2-5 in the comments, I'm coming after you.
So BG, we want the same thing. We want the same thing. I want a bigger guard alongside Maxey. I don't care if he's a point guard or a two guard. I want a bigger guard who can defend and make open shots out there with Maxey. And let Oubre come off his natural slide off the bench with the young fella. You know, I think that's needed. We need a 3-and-D player. We don't have one. We don't. You want to make PG that? Man, my first thing, Big Semi, is to get Embiid to play a game, bruh. Like, I can't ask nothing of Embiid until he play me a few games out here. Like, Jesus Christ.
I feel like I got to go back. I mean, granted, it's different personnel, but I feel like I want to go back and watch some Toronto tape and see, like, was offense just ISO, stand around, set a screen?
To Toronto's defense, they had a prime Kyle Lowry. This wasn't the Kyle Lowry that's here.
I don't give a damn. Kyle Lowry ain't better than Tyrese Maxey today.
No.
Kyle Lowry at his peak is not better than Tyrese Maxey.
He was a better point guard, a better table setter. He set the table for his offense.
So you saying we don't run plays because we don't have a point guard?
We don't have a point guard that can run plays.
So therefore,
we need a point guard.
GMBG should be hired because I just told you what my first thing would be.
We need a point guard. We need a legit point guard. We don't have one on the roster. We don't.
And we've been saying that since the beginning. Like, okay, so we need a point guard. Even after they got all their lineup set, it's like, okay, who's going to be the point guard? Who's going to be the point guard? Who's going to be the? Because Kyle Lowry ain't it, man. No offense to that guy, but you're 38.
It's over.
I think if I was like GM,
you're NBA old. You are NBA old.
I am NBA old.
30. I'm sorry. What?
I'm retired in the NBA, Jen.
Okay.
It's okay.
I was just gonna say, if I was GM for the day, man, I would just scrap that whole offensive plan they're going with. Man, I would scrap that whole offense and build it around Tyrese Maxey.
So my thing is, what the hell were they doing with these 4 days? Like you said, you would scrap this, scrap that. He didn't think to scrap some of this shit that wasn't working these 4 days?
Well, in their defense, I guarantee in this 4 days, they didn't expect Joel Embiid to only play 17 minutes.
Right.
Now, granted, we was losing when he went out, but, I mean, when the end of the whole second half without Joel Embiid, they didn't plan on. Now I do agree. I'm on y'all side of what the hell was we doing for them 4 days, but in a little slight bit of defense, I will say they probably planned on Joel being out there.
Now I would say this, and this might be a crazy ass statement I'm about to make. I think this team this year will be better off with Joel just not even out there. If you're going to be out there, be out there. This team cannot handle you playing 2 games, going 5 games, playing 1 game. They cannot get no identity that way. They don't know who they are when he's off the court.
Jen, can you read this question out loud?
Ask yourself, when was the last time you seen a Sixer drop an absolute dime?
PG threw one a couple games ago.
Now read
God,
this one.
Milt. Oh God, Milt.
Milt knew what he was doing when he answered that question.
Milt,
He's cruel.
you know what I'm saying?
He's a sick puppy.
Because you know who did we all know who was an excellent passer, and that was James Harden. James Harden was a freaking, probably still is, excellent passer.
Thank you, Jeff. We enjoy you watching him. We appreciate it. He definitely was that. If not anything, we had a bunch of stuff to say about Harden. He ran that offense.
Mm-hmm.
He kept Tyrese getting open shots.
We can't do that, y'all.
Because we haven't been fully healthy?
We can't continue to do that.
Because he's not coming back.
We can't keep looking at what somebody was and saying, man, well, we had this or we had that.
Well, then don't put those questions on the screen, man.
That's what you're doing,
I'm not
BG.
saying I was at the front of the line for I'm tired of this Harden shit, get him out of here. But the majority of the city was tired of the extra shit and wanted him gone. So now that you got what you wanted, technically, obviously we wanted.
I ain't want that.
Listen,
I ain't want that.
Obviously we wanted it to work out, but when stuff started getting messy at the beginning of last season, we all wanted that to be over and wanted him to just be gone. So when we got what we wanted, we can't look back and say, well, we had James Harden. Yeah, we did have him, and it didn't work.
Right.
We can't go back in time and put him back on his team and think it's gonna work.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. What year since Tink years has it not been messy here? We have not had a non-messy year in Philadelphia in over 10 years. It's been messy every year. Something in the paper about something, and I think it's just a boiling point with the fans. We want something to celebrate. We want something to celebrate and not no first round, passing the first round or whatever the case may be. We want something to celebrate. And we've been let down this year thus far. We need more from our team.
Let down? Like this is beyond being let down. This
like you coming to my house.
They're not tanking on purpose.
Right. It's a mistake.
They're not losing on purpose. They're just that freaking bad. And they're top tier players on this team. It doesn't make any sense.
But
how come Tyrese Halliburton, who has been shooting like 16, comes in here and gets like 35 points? Why is that? Why did we play no defense this entire game? We played no defense. Why?
Because we're the Sixers.
I mean, you can't just let people run up and down the court like that. I mean, they did anything they wanted to.
Jen, we did it at the same time. Because I could just imagine coaches looking at tape before they play us, preparing. We must look like dog shit on tape because teams come out super confident against us. Like they could do whatever they want. Nobody's scared to go to the paint no more when Joel's there or not there. The script is we give up a lot of threes. So guys are lining up at the 3-point line to shoot shots. And that's been that way for some years now. What's up with Kelly Oubre? That's the player that I would trade. If we could, to be honest, just on the note, you have regressed from last year. You're not giving us what you were even giving us last year. We paid for a performance like we got last year. You dropped way below that. So if we're looking to move people, You know, I'm keeping it a bean. If we're looking to better this team, I would go with Oubre. Or somebody you can get someone for. I would go with Kelly Oubre, to be honest.
Oubre's
Not
at
the
least
game that
giving you stuff on the defensive end of the ball, man.
not like last year. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if it was the ghost bike incident. Maybe I gotta call Jose and ask. He knows a lot about that ghost bike situation. But
I
he
don't
hasn't.
want I don't want no trade. If
I hear
we
you.
trade somebody in this starting lineup, like when have the Sixers ever like added somebody to their starting lineup and it worked out for the best? Like we keep
It's been
changing
a
this
while.
shit out halfway through the season, every season, and wonder why we don't gel come playoff time. Have
Right.
y'all seen the Celtics change out their starting five a million times during every season? Who else won a
Have you
championship recently? Did you see Denver do it? Like these teams aren't just switching out their players every fucking year. We change out our starting. We got a different starting five every single season. We got a different starting four, a different starting three. Like it's just a revolving door for
Damn, how many
Philadelphia.
starting fives have we had this season
Just this
alone?
season alone.
at
You
least
just
20?
don't see this around the league with
Right.
the successful teams. I won't say
Right.
other teams aren't like us, but you just don't see this with the successful
But you
teams that have
BG.
cornerstone players like Joel Embiid. You just don't see it.
No, we don't. We don't see that. But you know, if you look at our history in the last 7, 8 years, would you say we're a successful team?
We've been successful. I mean, all right. You know what puts it in perspective over how
Mm-hmm.
we've been over the past 4 or 5 years, how we're playing right frickin' now. That puts it in perspective. When we got a team that's steadily winning 50 games a year, yeah, I'd say we've been pretty damn successful. We've watched some really good basketball compared to this frickin' garbage that we're
Yeah,
seeing.
compared to this for sure. Compared to this for sure. And you know, I'm hoping this is it. I'm hoping it's the
And that's it. And that's it. Like literally, when you think about this roster, think about the last 4 years of your life, and the only people that were consistently in the rotation was, and not even consistently, because Joel Embiid hurt every 5 seconds. But the only people that consistently put on a Sixers jersey over the last 4 years is Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris. Obviously, he's gone now. Like, where's the continuity in Philadelphia? Where I'm just saying, when you look at the championship caliber teams, you don't see this revolving door like this every season. Do they kind of turn things over every 2 years, every 4 years, every 6 years? Hey, we might need to get rid of these old contracts, start shaping in the new. That does happen, but we do this shit every single season. Just in Joel Embiid's career, he had Jimmy Butler one season with Ben Simmons. Then he lost Jimmy Butler. Then he had Tobias Harris with Ben Simmons. Then after that, Ben Simmons left. Then we got James Harden with Tyrese Maxey, who flourished. Oh, now we're going to flip it around. James Harden, you got to go. Now we got Tyrese Maxey, Tobias. Oh, Kelly Oubre in there now. Wait. We fixed it. Now we're going to give you Paul George, but we're going to get rid of all other pieces we built over time with you and add new pieces. Every season, this is a different Sixers team.
Since we touching on that, you know, one of the biggest problems with that, sorry about that. One of the biggest problems is our farm system is shit bucket. We do not develop young talent. We don't bring the young talent up and have them come up the ranks and eventually be starters. We do not do that. We do things like Ricky Council. We do things like Korkmaz. We do things like a lot of young players that's come through here, Isaiah Joe, with talent and has been undeveloped and gone somewhere else and led the league in 3-point shots, or gone somewhere else and won a championship. You know, you can't have continuity without a farm system. And we got to get better at that. Our farm system is Tyrese Maxey right now and Ricky Council. So that says a lot about the team and the young fellow we just drafted.
Don't forget Jared McCain.
Yeah, Jared McCain. But if you look at that right now, who takes over Embiid's spot when he's gone? Who's going to take over PG's spot when he's gone? These young guys have to be on the bench watching these stars and going through the process with them so they can be.
Don't say the process on the show, please.
I won't say that. I mean, it would seem like we're still in it.
All right.
Process-
Well, they got a little. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. You address that, and I'll talk.
I think it starts up top too. I don't want to do it right now, but I think if this season continues on this trajectory, and I don't mean we stay at the bottom of the league, I think we'll eventually be in the mix for the play-in.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that continues and we're in the mix for the play-in and they get embarrassed early and lose early, yeah, it's time for. I think we got to clean it. You got to wipe it clean. Maury got to go. Elton Brand, I don't even know what you do, but you can go. Nick Nurse, your whole staff, everything must be clean from top. I don't want to say all the way to the bottom, but I think the head guys got to go, and we need new management, man. We need somebody that can steer this ship right.
We need Dr. J. We need Dr.
Get in
J
there
to
and
take
sage that shit when you're done.
Trust the process part.
Gotta bring Kyrie in here. Sage the shit out of the place.
That's the worst part about it. Early on in the season, I said this, and it makes me sick to my stomach that I said this. But I said, yo, as long as we're building around Joel, and I repeat, it's always the right decision to build around 7 foot that could do that. It's the right decision every time.
Right.
But we're not doing it right, and he can't stay healthy. So as long as we're doing it, we won't win the championship, y'all. I hate to say it. I don't feel comfortable as a Sixers fan saying it, but we can't win a championship with Joel Embiid being our best player because he won't be available. He might not. He won't be available.
When we need him.
I hate saying it. I hate it.
But it's real. It's real. It's real. You know, and as much as the injuries aren't his fault, real is real. And he has not been available when we needed him throughout the years. So what do you do with Joel Embiid? If I'm the Sixers and we go in the next season, and he's still having these type of issues, you gotta chalk your losses. You paid him the bread. You gotta chalk your losses at that point and draft a center and go from there. No, you can't trade Embiid. You can't trade Embiid. Nobody's going to take that money with his health issues. You know, we boxed ourselves in as if he
always, as we always freaking do, man.
Yeah.
These bad contracts year after year after year. It's just like, what? Do you never learn from your mistakes? Never?
Remember we gave PJ 30 for 3 years?
My God, we gave Al Horford a freaking king's ransom.
Jesus Christ.
We don't want to talk about Tobias Harris.
And you got people starving on the street right now, and these people just stealing money.
And that's my point, Simi, is like, there's nothing like that dude when he can play.
Absolutely.
When he can play, there is nothing like that dude. He's a one of one. That's not me saying definitive he's better than Joker, definitive he's better than Steph, LeBron. All of those guys are one of ones, but Embiid is one of those guys. He's a one of one when he can play.
Nah, Prophet. We can't go too far. This is why I think people go too far with certain comments. Neither one of those 3 players is minimum. Nowhere near it. So I'm not going to go there on that. He's saying we've given the maximum minimum players.
I don't think he's talking about the current
players who give you.
I think he's talking about over time.
In the past. We definitely gave one to a minimum, not a minimum player, but he was a role player.
Because I think Tyrese is a max guy right now. I think
he's not minimum.
Well, is a max guy that can't give you his max. And I think Paul George is not a max guy currently. I don't think he's a max guy currently.
I think he is a max guy. I think
you mean contract-wise? He's got a max contract.
Yeah, he maxed out.
You know what I'm saying is I don't think he should have gotten a max.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
100%.
I wasn't saying what the facts of their contracts are. I'm saying what I think they are. I think Maxey is one. I think Embiid is one. Paul George.
I'll tell
I
you
don't
one
know if
thing
he's a
though.
max
If
guy.
we wouldn't have maxed Paul George, somebody else would have maxed him.
Yeah.
You know, somebody else would have maxed
Fine, let them max him, man. I wish they
Right.
had. God, I wish they had. I really do. I'll
I'm
never
upset.
stop being frustrated
Shut up,
over
BG.
that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Shut up.
But anyway, so we have a chance of redemption. We're going to play Charlotte twice. We've already beaten Charlotte twice, so, let's hope we can do
Let's
it
hope.
again.
Let's pray.
Because
We're hope-
otherwise,
Jim, we are hoping we could beat Charlotte. What?
I know. What happened to my team that I love?
I'm done. What's up top? Look up top, you guys.
Yo, we are 22 games in, 23 games. How many games
23?
we done played? 23
23.
games. We only heard the song 7 times. As a matter of fact, we only heard the song 6 times because after one win, we did not do a post game because the last game because the Eagles was on. So yeah, that makes
We
me sick to my
we
stomach.
owe them a song. We owe them a song, but we ain't gonna play it tonight. They don't deserve it.
Don't
They deserve nothing.
Nah, look up top,
They don't
y'all.
deserve us being here for another minute.
And that's why we're leaving. You'll see that we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, X, Big Back BG, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
I ain't even opened up. I ain't even eating my chicken sandwich.
You waiting for the camera to go off.
Oh, as soon as they go off, it's up.
We divide on word of mouth advertisements. So, Jen, what do we expect people to do in this season of ours?
Please subscribe to our channel. Help us get our number up to 1,000. Make sure you turn off those notifications. No, don't turn them off. Turn them on. Turn on the notifications so you never miss a show. And give us a comment. Show us some love.
Carl, ask me that question. Ask me the question you just asked her.
No, we ain't gonna do that. And if you didn't understand that in English, you draw and eat your chicken sandwich. BG gonna let you know in Spanish.
I got one word for you. One word only.
Basuta.
Basura!